Hey, Soul Tribe, it's Lula. You know what's so sad? Well, first of all, I'm videotaping like this because I just don't feel like being on camera today. I don't feel like getting ready. I don't feel like doing anything. Um, but I feel like this really needs to be said. First of all, I love the term Soul Tribe, but now it's like, fuck, I've had to go on Instagram a few times the last week to grab information or to talk to somebody because that's the only way I know how to talk to them. Or that's the only way I have to contact them. And I I swear to God, it was like I was meant to see it because all of a sudden it was like I saw like what this first post was from like also I'm like unfollowing people because I'm and refollow and then like following new people because I'm just like, "Oh, who's that?" Like that's interesting. Um but I I don't know, I just feel like it's like everything else where like it was like now everybody's like love and light. It's the same thing. It's like, hey soul tribe, and I'm like, fuck you, dude. You don't even know what a soul tribe is, man. Ugh, like I feel in a weird way, you guys. I mean, I know that there's people that watch this that don't subscribe, but I feel like right now we're at 73 subscribers. And I feel like that's our real fucking soul tribe. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. If there's millions of us, that's great. But if there's only 73 of us, I'm okay with that too because I want to stay in the authenticity of everything. You know, um, I received a really beautiful gift this morning from my dear sister in light, Anna from Italy. Thank you, Anna. Anna and I have never met. We've never spoke on the phone. We have just connected through Instagram and amazing, beautiful. Like I know we know each other. We've been in each other's lives before. Like there's such a hi Anna. We have such a love. There's such a real, true, honest like friendship there. That's really, really cool that we don't even have to talk about. We just know. But the message that Anna sent me this morning with this beautiful donation gift for my birthday, it was like everything, Anna. I don't even think you understand like what that meant to me, by the way, to see that this morning, especially because I read this thing about changing up your energy and altars, and I'm gonna do a show about it because I'm gonna do it myself today, and then I'll do a show about it. But it said to like set up an altar just for money. And I guess I just never thought of that. I have like areas that are money and talking about the feng shui of it. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I don't think I really paid that much attention to like how my altar was set up, right? Um, I can you see, by the way, I love how my speaker cable, my speaker cable looks like a little snake coming out. Oh, speaking of snakes, I have to show you guys really quick. Oh, sorry, Chichi. Sorry, Chichi was on my lap. She's like, "What? Huh? Who?" Um, I just love showing I get little gifts from you guys and I put on my altar. So anyway, see, last night I did that. I only had $2 to my name and I kept one in my purse and I put one in frog, and this used to hold my I still don't really have a name for him. He used to have a name, but it won't come to me, so that must not be the name he wants. But anyway, I remembered, like the Chinese, like they put coins and money, like coins are better than paper, but I'm just imagining them as coins. But I put in green calcite and a powerful quartz crystal before I went to bed last night, and I said, please let this money come back to me tenfold, a hundredfold, a thousandfold. And I said a little prayer and I went to bed and I woke up this morning and there was money from Anna. Thank you, Anna. I mean, seriously, like for me, like I feel like even that, Anna, you gifted me by like, you know, giving me hope, number one. And number two, for all of us, like to have this show today. Like, look at you still doing spirit work all the way over there in Italy. I can't wait to meet you. I can't wait to meet you. Anyway, we've got Sprocket and Sprocket's got messages, which I guess since we're here, we might as well get one. But I actually was doing this show for I'll put that in the candlelight. Isn't that nice? Um, I was actually doing this show not about abundance, but it is right now, right? We're all giving each other abundance. But the other thing was I wanted to talk about flipping the script because I'm doing that for myself. I've been looking at a few things recently. Hold on one second. I'm hurrying. I'm hurrying. I'm hard to concentrate. By the way, I've been doing this so much lately. I did it twice in front of Ed, and once it was so strong that I literally saw his eyebrow like lift up, like, what the fuck? And I said to him, I go, I know, I don't know where that's coming from, but I've been channeling, or I've been like speaking in accents lately. I'm like, top of the morning to you, but it's like weird shit like that, but it's natural. It sounds even weird to me because it's so natural. You know what I mean? Ooh, I'm hearing just one. But yeah, because I've been channeling so much and so many of my old lives have been coming out and stuff. Okay, hold on. What does this say? Let me see if I can get it in focus. Oh, it's really old. Let me see. From a small seed, a mighty trunk may grow. Ah, yes. Get it? Oh my gosh. From a small seed, a mighty trunk may grow. Because, I mean, I know the money's on its way. Like, I know it's here, but most of my soul tribe are like me, you know, like we're all so powerful. I also believe that, hi, hey, Cheech. I also believe I'm very excited, um, about the fact that I know, you guys, I know these books, they're going to make so much money. It's going to be silly. And I'm going to be able to, you know, endorse so many people who are struggling right now that I believe that because I am surrounded by spiders all the time, and spiders all about connection, the web weavers, that energy. One of my shamans, Layla, she is the, little granny spider, and I remember in the beginning when I first started working with her, I was like, no, ew, spiders, and now I'm like, I love it. Look at Chi Chi. Hey, you all right? She's, oh, and I, just to let you guys know, um, a little update on Baba. So the other day she jumped up on my lap and she turned around and I was like, oh, and I finally saw like her injury, and there is no fucking way that was a cat bite. So the only thing I could think of is she likes to play in the fairy forest behind her house, and we've seen coyotes there. I think she had a tussle with a coyote. And I said it to my landlord. I go, I don't think she, I go, no, you don't understand. I go, Sarah, like, I go, I saw like membrane or whatever. Like, I mean, it almost made me throw up what I saw. That's why I was freaking out. Cause I was like, what the fuck is that? And I thought at first it was like a puncture wound, but then because the skin was, I don't mean to be graphic and gross for my empaths, but let's just put it this way. It was way bigger than a puncture wound, or, you know what I mean? It was like something took a chunk out of her. And so, she's like, "Oh, it must have, oh God, I feel bad. They must have been fighting." And I was like, "No." I'm like, and she goes, "Let me tell you something." She's like, "I've had this farm for 30 years." She's like, "And I know animals." She's like, "If it was a coyote," she's like, "she wouldn't be alive." And I was just like, "Okay." And I believed her. But at the same time, I came back and I said, and I go, I don't know how much I believe that, because Baba's a fucking scrapper, man, and she's had some of the best teachers over time, like living outside. She was a city cat, and just from, if you guys remember when we first got Big Camper and we lived on Ed's mom's property, we had that, the asshole cat, and I love all animals, but he was just a little demon was living inside of him. And that's the one that attacked me. Uh, anyway, that's a whole other story. But yeah, so Baba's a fucking scrapper, man. Like, she is no joke. And I definitely think because she named herself Baba Yaga, that like she either is Baba Yaga incarnated, or she is like the energy spirit of Baba Yaga. You know what I mean? Like, just like an extended essence of her. Or she like rises in her strength, like some, people who are like Kalima, like they call Kali, for that energy. Um, so yeah, like Baba's a badass. So she jumps up here, and I have been working on her. Ed's been working on her. We've been raking her. We've been loving up on her hard and just healing her. And she's just been sitting with us. And I even slept down on the couch the other day, just like giving her my energy, sitting with amethyst and quartz crystals and labradorite and like all these different things to like protect her and heal her, selenite. So she like turns around and I'm like, oh my gosh, I couldn't believe how fast the skin grew back, because I was like, oh my gosh. And it's already like starting to fuzz over, like, when you get a buzz cut, it's like her hair starting to grow back in. But what she wanted me to see, and I could tell because she doesn't like me to like really touch her in certain spots or like hold her very long, she's definitely her own, energy entity. So I look at it and I'm like, what the fuck? And I could literally see the bite mark. Like I could see the mouth mark. And I'm like, that is not a cat. And I'm like, holy shit, dude. I'm like, she either tussled with a dog or she tussled with a coyote. And when I first asked her what happened to her, because remember I thought I burned her and I was like freaking out. Um, I saw an image of a coyote and I thought the same thing. I'm like, there's no way. I'm like, there's no way. I mean, she's strong, she's mighty, she's a badass, but I was like, you know, I've seen the coyotes around here. They are strong, they are able, they are beautiful. They look like gigantic foxes, actually. They're so fluffy and beautiful. But I'll tell you what, I'm pretty sure, you know, tell me with your intuition, put in the comments below what you saw or what you felt or whatever. But, you know, because sometimes she's my familiar, you know, and it's like she can block things just as much if she doesn't want me to see something or know something. But I think she was trying to like let me know, like, hell yeah, tussle with that motherfucker. Like, she's like, yes, I did. Yes, I did. I feel like, yes. She's like, yep, it was a coyote and I'm alive. But she was really sick, remember? And I was like really worried about her and she was mean and she wouldn't let us touch her. And now I know why, because like that shit hurt. Like you could, I mean, she had a huge wound. But just goes to show we didn't bring her to the vet. I kept saying, please let me bring her to the vet. She wouldn't let me bring her to the vet. And now she's doing good. That's why she's getting able to jump up on the bed. And then this morning she jumped up on the bed and was like, can I snuggle with you? And I was like, yeah. So I let her snuggle. I'm just like, whatever, man. I'll shake the bed out again. But I can tell like it's like the full moon energy is already here. And it's like she's loving up on me because it's my birthday week and I've been a little weepy. Yesterday, you guys, I had a fucking breakthrough when I was writing my book, which let me tell you, I'm hovering around 30,000 words. It's fucking insane. And it's only going to get bigger because I know there are like 2 chapters left to write. I've got the end. And look at me going to the end, but I do. I have the beginning, the middle, and the end, but I'm missing like 2 chapters between the middle and the end because I had to go back up and fluff up certain areas. And you know, it was really hard. This has been, when I looked down, I saw 12:13 in the minutes. Yeah, this one's been so hard. Thank you so much for letting me journal about it too, like verbally, because it's, I know that I'm here to be amused to you guys and myself and just to give the confirmation that if we believe in ourselves, if we, you know, I think especially if some of the people who follow me, who have known me since I was a little girl or since high school and we've reconnected and over social media, you know, I've always, you know, said I was going to do, I always did whatever I said I was going to do. And, you know, some people would chastise me if I didn't finish something because they'd be like, oh, you always say it, but you don't actually like finish it. And I'm like, I used to think I was a failure, right? And so the title of this episode is Flip the Script because as I've been writing, I'm going through stuff and I'm realizing how much programming has been put into me that I'm still implementing, even in my spiritual practices, verbiage, languaging, just train of thought. And even though I'm thinking in a positive way, or I'm saying like, hey, you know, it's all like in my mind, it's all like positive. I'm realizing that there's still an underbelly. There's still like an underlying of bullshit, really. That's not mine. That was programmed into me from birth. You know, I mean, think about it. You know, we're in our mother's bellies, right? We're growing inside the female body. And as we're growing, you know, we can hear vibrations and we're eating everything that's coming into our mother's body is coming into us. So everything, right? So even though my mom didn't drink and smoke, my mom was around drinkers and smokers. Like when I think about how many people smoked in my family and like the windows were up and you know what I mean? Like how much our clothes were permeated with that smell of smoke. You know, I feel the more I've been studying history and my past lives and everything, I love that I was born in 1971. I mean, honestly, like I couldn't have, in my opinion, in this life right now, like knowing what I know up to this very moment, in the last, like, let's say 150 years, 1971 was so optimal for me as a light worker and as a being because it was just coming, it was right at the beginning of the age of Aquarius, which makes so much fucking sense. But what I found out, especially as Arcturians, we're always there at the beginning. Like when you guys have heard me say this out loud, we've talked about this if you've worked with me one-on-one, that and if you've sensed this, then you may have done that starseed reading that was on the last episode, that I did, the real talk with the starseeds and the fairies. Go back to that. There's a really great reading there. And that's how I really found out my soul. Like, I wanted to come in on this beautiful, actually, I don't feel like looking at that. I want to look at my cute little people. But I really delved into my soul energy, my Arcturian soul energy. And it's just been so magnificent, you guys. And from what I understand, Arcturians actually were the very first starseed species on Earth. And I've said this before. I'm like, I feel like I've been here since the beginning, and I never really knew how to explain it. And now it's like everything's coming together, And so I've gotten more brave in my book. I've gone back and I'm like, fuck no, man. Like, I'm going to say it like it was said. I mean, I'm still feeling knots when I'm writing and crying and having these breakthroughs because, and why I know why, when I first said, hey, I'm going off the grid, I can't work, blah, 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 why Spirit wanted me to focus on that, but I could do this, was like, this is like my online verbal, like, this is my Bible, like, this is my beginning, my, because the truth is, I feel like I was just born. Just finding out, like, where I come from, like my starseed, it was life-changing for me. And I realized how much I was still linked into the thought process of religion, of limitation, of human, like the mind, the muggle, whatever, and how important the starseed information was. But I didn't want to look at it before because my higher self I needed to go through each step, every single step of the way, because I could not write these books without it. And I have this really great, I stumbled upon this really great thing when I jumped on Instagram the other day. I saw it and I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, I knew I needed to see that. I don't remember the quote, but I'll quote it in the bottom here because it's really awesome. But knowing like where I came from and having the beginning is helping me flip the script, because now I can go back to every like what trigger, like every single trigger, and as I'm like, I want to look at my snowman, but see that crystal, that was my grandmother's perfume bottle, so it's beautiful, heavy crystal. So I'm like, I kind of want to look like that in my medicine bag, but I can't help but want to zoom in on my snow people. I love them. Anyway, I'm all over the place, but you hear what I'm saying, right? I haven't even eaten today. I don't even know if I've had a sip of water. It's like I just so much started downloading like almost instantly when I woke up, and then I waked and baked, and I think this is the Gorilla Glue. It's called Gorilla Glue, and I love it. It's amazing. I can't remember if it's the Gorilla Glue or if it's Insane Nightmare Cookie. No, it's not that one. It's anyway, it doesn't matter. But having the different types of cannabis, like I've said, and working with my pendulum, it really helps me. It's like my therapy, I don't even need to leave my house. I just need to talk to my spirit guides. And with, like, right now with you guys, I hope you're having aha moments like I did, but like having this soul knowledge has been helping me flip the script on this bad programming that's been making me feel limited. And the holidays and my birthday really bring it up for me. And hello, today is Wednesday, December 11th, 2019. Again, I don't know when this will be posted, but for me, it's really profound because it's the day before the full moon. And today and tomorrow, my last days of being 47. And so I was writing. So yesterday, I had this really great moment. I had this breakthrough. And if this cuts off, I'll do another video because I've been videotaping a lot of stuff lately and I haven't dumped out my phone. So anyway, but so yesterday I had the same thing. I woke up and I was like, I think I'm going to fast today. Like I felt like lately I've been, as it gets closer to my birthday, it's interesting. I find myself like wanting to eat less and like, I really just want to cleanse my body and cleanse my soul and cleanse my mind. And that's what I've been doing. And Edward hasn't been here since yesterday morning, which has been really nice. I actually hope he stays out a few more days because it'd be really rad. But I had this moment yesterday when I woke up and I just heard like, don't eat, don't drink, nothing. And I was like, okay, I'm going to fast for a little while. And then when I did, it was silent. There was like nothing was going on outside. It was so beautifully quiet. And so I heard to grab one of my journals and some writing implements, and I just started writing. And I was rhyming again, and like all this awesome stuff was coming out, and all these ideas were coming through, and I had a huge breakthrough with my book. And I was just like, phew. That's why I said, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm hovering around 30,000 words. I'm not quite there, but I'm almost there. I'm like 29,000 something. I don't know, but I'm there. And I just like, I heard to journal and just be. And I don't feel called to share it right now because I think it's going to be a part of the book. But I had a breakthrough with my childhood that just made me look at things so differently. And when it's time, I'll talk about it more. But I've been like in my head about it ever since. And just, I keep hearing flip the script. And then I've been seeing all these things about flipping the script. And so I know that's like my next message, you know. And Arcturian star seeds were really old, yes, but like it's not just that. We're like, it's not like, oh, I'm such an old soul, like some weird fucking competition thing. Not at all. It's a soul knowledge knowing that we have a much greater purpose. Like that our intuition and our telekinesis, not telekinesis, our telepathic energy is very real. And I think because of the deep-seated programming from my childhood that was all around me, that started in my mom's belly. So I started growing, right? All of us, we grow in our mama's bellies. And then we start to feel vibrations. And we're tasting the food. We're feeling the energy of the food. Everything that's going into our mom's bellies, everything she's doing, we're seeing, hearing, and feeling. I don't think my dad hit my mom when she was pregnant with me, but I know that I feel like I need to go into a regression therapy for that. Like I need to find a really good regression therapist so I can go back there. Or, like a shaman who does regression therapy. But I realized like how much of that trauma stayed with me because I'm a starseed, right? So from the time I was put inside my mom until now, 47 years later, that like it's like empathy, yes, but it's so much more. It's like a deeper soul knowledge that I know we don't have to suffer like this. It's such an unneeded, unwarranted thing that is not what we're here for. Fear. I saw another thing recently on fear and I have to find it because it was so fucking profound. It like knocked me off my socks. Like, but just basically saying like how much fear is man-made, right? Like it's so man-made. I'm gonna put a pillow down so I can stabilize this. Fear is so man-made, and it was put in place to control. And that's why, as a starseed, as an Arcturian starseed, and I came here to, bring about the age of Aquarius. And that was awesome. I'm like, how did I do that? I was here to bring about, to help, not just me, obviously, to help bring about awareness. I'm here to help people awaken right now. That is my job. That's why I'm writing these books, because the book is about my awakening. And I was having a lot of hesitation around certain areas and certain subjects because I'm like, I know I'm going to piss a lot of people off. I know that certain family and friends are going to be really angry. And it won't matter that it's loosely based on my life and that some of it is other things. It won't matter because they're only going to take it from the level of consciousness that they understand, right? And they're only going to accept it from the place of their own self-love and self-acceptance and self-worthiness. And since I was raised in an environment that was very toxic, both of my families were extremely toxic, beautiful souls, talented light workers, amazing, powerful, magical beings. I won't label them because that's however they see themselves, but beautiful, magical beings, right? But unless they awaken to their true gifts and their true power, and they see that like these religions or these political views or whatever are actually just a form of control, and they realize that they have free will and that they can see, you know, Christ, Jesus, whatever you want to call him, you know, Yahweh, you know, Christ consciousness, like however you want to see it, it's like someone's going to see it the way they're going to see it, right? They're going to take on these light workers as these angels, whatever. They're going to take them on it however they are going to take them on. Or the opposite, because they don't believe in anything, or they don't believe in like this archaic, outdated religious culture. Because the funny thing is, most atheists are probably really spiritual, but they don't even know it, you know, but they've been like so brainwashed to like something that it turned them completely away from it. So now they're like, no, I believe in nothing. You know what I mean? And again, I can't speak for people. It's just my own, what I can only imagine. Maybe they think. So long story short, we have to flip the script, and I'm still working on that. Like, I feel like I want to do a reading around that. Like, maybe I'll do that. Maybe that'll be our theme because honestly, for this full moon, you guys, it's all about release. Like, I know I say that all the time, or we say certain things about the moons all the time, but this one's a big one because this is the last full moon of, 2019, and it's the last full moon of the decade. We are now going to start 2020, which we all know is a huge shifting energy. It's a huge, beautiful shifting energy, right? So when you look at 2019, right? So 2019. So let's count that together. So 2 and 0, 2. 2 and 1 is 3. And 9 is 12, right? Now, I think it's interesting because we're in the 12th month too right now. But if you add that together, that's 3. The power of 3, man. There's so much happening. So going into 2020, I want us to truly, truly flip the script and look at things from a completely different way, so that we can re-energize our souls and re-energize ourselves to be the light workers that we are brought here to be. We're a really powerful tribe. We are an authentic soul tribe. We are a light worker, spirit warrior, you know, soul tribe. Like if you are part of my tribe, you are here to do really powerful, magnificent things. Just like my book, like I realize, and it's not my book. I don't even want to call it my book anymore, seriously. But I don't want to say, you know, certain things because I don't want to give too much away or whatever. But I will say this. The more I come clean in these stories and these chapters in the book, the more powerful it's becoming. And as I want to zone in on my grandmother and her beautiful crystal right now and this energy, because when I was loosely writing yesterday, Baba came and sat on my lap, and I had this breakthrough from my childhood, and I fucking cried so hard, you guys. Like, I released so much. So I really implore you, urge you, whatever the words are, I really encourage you. How's that? I encourage you to have a good cry fest. Cleanse, get that out, release it, let it go, let it flow. Come back to your heart center. Remember who you are. Be who you are. Be fearless. Flip the script. How do you want to show up in your narrative, in your movie? This is your show. How do you want to show up? How do you want to be the star in your own movie? You know, look at Baba. Baba, be careful of those open flames. She just wants to be in the video. Okay, honey. Oh, she's so great, isn't she? Hey, Cheech. Okay, so she's on the side. I can't get there from here. Look at her. Baba. You're so wonderful. Thanks, Bubba. And Anna, I want to say thank you because the moment I saw your money, I was like, oh my gosh, cool, because Bubba's almost out of food. So I know you and Bubba have a very special connection. I think she was your cat in another life, or you guys knew each other or something. Oh no, she said she's never been a cat before. That's right. So you and Bubba know each other. That's why you have such an affinity for her. Okay, Chi Chi. We see you. See, Bubba's, oh, that's what she's showing me. She's being the star of the show. Chi-Chi's the best. Remember we were just saying, I'm like, be the star of your own show. That's what Bubba was trying to say. Sometimes I don't know what she's doing, and then she'll be like, do you not get what I was trying to say? So I need to just Bubba and be quiet. Okay, I'm blessed that this is still recording. So I'm going to wrap this up and say, let's work on this a little bit more. I'm going to do a full moon reading for us soul tribe. So look out for that next. And yeah, and I don't know whether I'm going to shoot an episode or not for my birthday on Friday. Like I said, I'm just going to go with the flow on Friday and just go very organically. Whatever is meant to be will be. So anyway, thank you for listening. Thank you for being a part of this amazing spiritual light worker, spirit warrior, spirit worker group of beautiful angels, witches, healers, shamans, whatever title, if you want to give yourself one. Whatever label you want to give yourself one. If you don't, that's okay too. Thank you, magical beings, for being here and showing up and being awesome. I love you. Have a blessed day, and I'll talk to you next time. Blessed be. Aho.